If you just give me the news feed without the people I follow, I could be on that bitch for 2 hours. Whatever that feed thing, you know what I'm talking
Oh my
about?
God. Yes. Whatever the one past it. And it's just like things that are like relatable. Mine's nothing but food and makeup. And I love it.
Looking
I'll
at
just sit
girls
there
I'll
and
never
watch.
see in my life.
I'll watch cheese pulls and like breaking yolks. That's my entire thing.
I'll be wilding on that joint.
And that's how they reel you in too. So they know exactly what you like.
Yep.
They're gonna put it right in front of you, and then boom, you're gonna be.
That's why I don't go over to that like barely. I just can't because I know I'm gonna spend way too much time, and then I get so hungry because I see all this food.
Oh, so you just got straight food on your shit?
Yeah, straight food.
Hey, Betty, I got bitches. She got food.
This could get interesting. Know you get money, well, how are you spending it? Is this your passion or is it about Benjamins? Is it about cash or the fact that you didn't quit? Talk to me, let's sip some wine. Discussion about future, the past and the grind. What's an excuse when it's last on your mind? I love what you do, may I ask for your time?
Talk to me. Welcome to the Talk to Me podcast. I'm your host, Dom Worm. And as you can see, we got Rhea and a special guest in the house, in the Zoom, whatever you want to call it. My man, my right hand, living in Jordan. He go by the name of Mehdi. Give him a little round of applause. How you doing, my guy?
I'm doing well, man. Across the sea, out in Jordan. 7 hours ahead. You got me waking up in the middle of the night.
Is that dedication or is you just
real?
Because you my man.
Love, it's love.
True. How you doing, Rhea?
I'm good. Just got back from the gym. It's starting to get cold again. It was warm earlier in the week, but now out here in Philly, it's hella cold, so not exciting.
Yeah, it's definitely getting dark over here. Like early as shit.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I gotta go to the gym, and I just go.
It's like 4:00, and I'm like, damn, it's late. I could just go for a nap right now.
Facts.
I just go back to sleep.
Yeah, I don't even like taking naps like that. So so Jordan, Mehdi, I guess, could you tell us a little bit about Jordan, as far as, you know, most Americans never been? I guess could you give us like a few, I guess, sentences of how it is, or you just give us a brief description?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, people always assume that,
and where it's at too.
Yeah, I was just gonna get to that. So people always assume Jordan, being in the Middle East, it's like one of the, you know, not a safe place to come to, but I would say Jordan, out of all the countries in the Middle East, is probably the safest to come, just because there's a lot of U.S. presence here, and they're like the mediator and the staple of the Middle East when it comes to being allied with the Western countries. And it's actually pretty modernized. So from probably the last 3-4 years I've been here, there's been a lot of construction. So a lot of tall buildings. It's not obviously on New York's level, but
yeah,
it's slowly getting there. Maybe closer to Richmond, but getting there.
I'll never play Richmond like that again.
It's getting there. But I mean, all in all, people here are great. A lot of people speak English. Food is awesome. If you're into the Mediterranean, Middle Eastern food culture.
Yes, we've been watching.
I mean, obviously, me being Palestinian, I kind of fit right in. Pretty much, I would say half of Jordan are Palestinian.
Yeah.
Just because of the history and whatnot.
And then, Mehdi, also, you're very close to one of the wonders of the world.
Are you talking about Petra? Yeah, actually, I went 2 years ago. It's actually one of the 7 new wonders of the world.
New wonders of the world, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
so awesome.
Remember it. I was walking down the little pathway to see Petra, and man, it was amazing. I was caught off guard. I didn't expect it to be like that.
How many photos do you have? I feel like you've been there at least twice now, 2-3 times?
No, I've been once. It's
really?
It's a pretty steep trek. I think from start to finish, it was maybe 12 or 13 miles.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so from the start, you get to the monastery, and then there's another spot where you gotta like climb a bunch of stairs, climb a little, like basically going hiking.
Yeah.
So there's 2 sections. I mean, people still don't do both sections, but I mean, if you're gonna go there once, you've got to do it all. But
yeah.
Bring your hiking shoes.
I'm out the loop. What is this seventh wonder Petra y'all talking
Oh
about? What
my
is this?
God, Don. Come on.
So they call it the treasury. It's called the treasury.
Uh-huh.
That's beautiful.
It's pretty much it looks like a building that's built into rocks.
Yeah.
So pretty much it's a house, a building, a coliseum type that's built into rock within a big rock.
Spell that joint.
P as in Paul, ETA.
All right, bet.
Like if you're familiar, what is it? What are those things? Isn't it in Sedona or right? It's in Sedona, Arizona. It reminds me of that type of stuff.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's got that like orange, red rock look.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll post it. We'll post it like right there for the people. That's dope.
It's beautiful. I was gonna say I didn't know it was a trek because I see so many like glamorous photos of like Instagram bloggers there, and I'm like, are y'all wearing these? They must have a backpack full of clothes when they're going there or something.
So I mean, there's two parts, like I said. So some people just go to the treasury, and then if you just go to the treasury, it's maybe like a couple miles, maybe less. So I mean, you could do that. You could get on a horse.
Ooh.
And it'll take you there, but I mean, people typically just go for the walk.
So, Mehdi, are they allowing visitors right now?
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
So I'm trying to travel somewhere for my birthday.
Don't even lie, fucking Rhea. She's talking like she wants to travel.
Well, you know, I always travel somewhere for my birthday, so I was gonna try to go to Ireland
or something.
If COVID was good boy by, last year on Amsterdam. I'm trying to do something nice this year, but only if it's
when it comes
safe.
to Jordan, I would hold off till at least March.
Okay, see, look, there you go. So then never mind. I won't put that on my list of places.
It's not cold yet here, but it's getting there.
True. Also, ladies and gents, if I didn't tell you anything about Mehdi, he knows a lot. So, make sure you keep your
Mehdi's well versed
ears
and traveled and
very tuned in. All right, so let's get into it. So next week we will not have a panel, so we're going to talk a little bit about Thanksgiving. So as you guys may or may not have heard, Mehdi say he's Palestinian, and Rhea, you're my co-host. Do not know your ethnicity. I always say you're a mutt because you a lot of shit.
I'm Bengali, so I'm Southeast Asian. And so if you're familiar, we're close to India. We're actually right next to India, and then like right above us we have like Nepal and stuff like that. So you got a lot of people who look like they're Indian or they look like they're Filipino. If you're familiar with people who are from Nepal, they look Nepalese. Very, very diverse looking ethnic group over there. So
okay,
that's always
so yeah. The
fun.
reason why I said that, this is something I may be ignorant to the fact, but we'll ask the question. Do you guys celebrate Thanksgiving?
Yes.
Do you, Mehdi?
I do.
Of course. Okay. Do you guys know what Thanksgiving is for, or you don't know?
Unfortunately, yes.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I actually celebrate the thing that's going on? No. It's just a reason to eat food and have family together.
Got you.
The reason to get family together and to eat a lot of food.
Yeah.
Got you. So all right, give me what's y'all like go to, like if y'all had to get give me 5 things that's gonna be on your plate if you were to have Thanksgiving. What y'all having?
Mehdi, you wanna go first?
Only 5.
Yeah, ladies first, Rhea.
Okay. My first thing I'm getting is mac and cheese.
Y'all see that?
That's the number 1. My number 2 is either mashed potatoes or scalloped potatoes, something like that. I have to have turkey. I have to have some kind of stuffing, and then I need to have cranberry sauce. I have to have cranberry sauce.
Was that 4?
That's 5. Well, if I can have gravy too.
Yeah, that ain't inside.
Yeah, if those don't count, and they put a dinner roll on there, throw a little
gravy on that joint. You got buttered and rolls too. Fuck that.
Give it to me all.
Yeah.
What you eat?
I never understood the whole cranberry sauce.
It is amazing. I didn't understand it until I got older.
People would always bring the cranberry sauce, but it would be untouched.
Yeah,
you have to have the right kind. So I've never had the canned cranberry sauce. It's always homemade, so it tastes really good when it's homemade. But the canned
that's how they rocking in Bangladesh. Okay. They got the homemade.
We don't do canned.
Yeah, I mean, my go-to is definitely mac and cheese, sweet potato casserole, obviously turkey with some gravy, mashed potatoes. What else is there that we have? My mom always does the broccoli. She adds the broccoli in there with some cheese, some
Ooh, that's good.
and some garlic and butter. It's actually brush it on.
Yes, sir.
Can't forget about my mom's stuffing. I can't have anybody's stuffing unless it's my mom.
Yes,
Really?
sir.
I haven't had good stuffing. I haven't had y'all, but other than my mom's stuffing,
since Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Dom, what about yourself?
Well, sidebar. I don't know where I seen it. I think I seen a video. Drake, they said in his I believe his mac and cheese, he adds raisins. That's nasty. But all right, to go on my 5 sides.
Wow.
5 things.
That just blew my mind.
Yeah, that's nasty. That is nasty.
That's like putting raisins in your potato salad, but for the cookout. But that's a whole nother.
We'll blame that on the Jewish part side of it. It's like, nah. All right. But so for one, I'm about to get everybody hip. I got y'all hip because y'all know I made the turkey last Friendsgiving and shit.
Oh, Friendsgiving.
You gotta get the turkey from, you guessed it, Popeyes.
Oh yeah, you told me that, and I had no idea.
Come on now, gotta get the turkey from Popeyes. It's the Cajun turkey. So that's number one. Then we go on to mac and cheese. Then we gonna go to sweet potatoes or yams, whatever you want to call it. Then we gonna go to stuffing. Damn. Then I might gotta get some chicken. You feel me? That's all I need.
I stopped letting have like chicken at Thanksgiving because I feel like I want this turkey to be the star of it. So like we used to have like shepherd's pie, we've had chicken wings, we've had all that stuff. I'm like, nah. I've spent like 6 hours making this turkey. I was like, this is gonna be the only protein y'all have. Y'all ain't about to come up in here with some like a tray of chicken wings or like
another ad for Popeyes. Popeyes, y'all should pay me. See, you know, your other turkeys, you gotta stuff it, you gotta season it, you gotta do this, do that. Popeyes, you buy it the day of, put that bitch in the freezer on a little pan, cook that joint for 2 hours, ready to go.
Wait, so it comes raw. It's not like pre-cooked when you get it.
Correct.
That's so interesting.
It's pre-cooked, but it's frozen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you just throw it in that joint, boom.
And you don't add anything to it. You don't inject it with anything.
You don't add shit, and it's great. It's so
interesting.
It's so
I spend it? We always have like a 14-pound turkey because we have like 30 people come to our family Thanksgiving, and it's always hosted at my parents' house, and I cook everything. So the night before, it's brined overnight for like 12 hours. Then it gets out. Then I gotta sit there and put it in the oven for like 3 hours and then let it rest for another 2. It's this whole ordeal. So I don't know. So I'm not going home this year for Thanksgiving. I might end up just doing that if I can get like a small turkey from Popeyes. Just cheat my way through it.
What you about to say, Maddie?
So are you guys a fried or a oven baked?
I've never had a fried turkey before.
Yeah, I haven't either.
Nah, you've definitely had a fried turkey before.
No, I haven't.
We had it 2 years ago.
When?
We didn't have a fried turkey at our Friendsgiving?
Oh, well, if it was at Friendsgiving, then we did.
The past 2 years, we've gotten Popeyes.
You guys got to get fried. You got to get fried turkey this Thanksgiving.
I lied to y'all and said I seasoned the drink, but nah, Popeyes.
You got to try it. It'll change your taste buds for Thanksgiving.
Oh, I heard it's so dangerous though. There's so many like house fires and stuff, and then you got to get the big ass like pot and all that oil.
You got it in a big ass pot. Yeah, I'm thinking, my dumb ass thinking, I'm like, you flipping the turkey? Like, what you doing? How you frying this shit?
Oh my God.
Hey, last question before we move on from turkeys and shit. That's gonna be a title of this joint, turkeys and shit. Do y'all eat breakfast the day of Thanksgiving or not? What do I eat?
So I do because we eat at 6.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So we watch football.
You eat what at 6?
Dinner.
We eat dinner at we eat turkey.
We have dinner at 5 and 6 too, but I just don't eat anything. I just wait.
So I mean, Thanksgiving. I play football every Thanksgiving morning. So
so you need to.
I gotta eat. It's whether it's before or after. I even eat after.
And he do it all, ladies. He know it all and do it all. This nigga 27 is still playing football. God.
I feel like that's a foreign thing, though. I feel like we always have, like, all foreign people I know, for the most part, have their Thanksgiving like way later. I remember when I found out my friends were having Thanksgiving dinners at like 12 and 2, like 1. I'm like, what? How do y'all even do this?
Yeah, and that's the other thing. People get it twisted too. If you don't eat breakfast and you wait till Thanksgiving and you're eating at like 5,
you get full fast.
You're gonna get full fast and you got a small stomach.
For sure,
yeah,
for sure.
You gotta stretch it out.
Get a good breakfast in. You know, you'll get hungry quicker. And you could eat more.
For sure. Well, since y'all talking about like times and shit, this is how it normally happens in all Black households as far as when it comes to Thanksgiving. We'll set a time for like, let's say 3 o'clock or like, let's say 2 o'clock. Everybody be there, but the best side dish, always the last one. Like Auntie K coming with the motherfucking sweet potatoes and the motherfucking potato salad. So you know we ain't eating till that shit comes. So we all hungry and shit. We mad as hell. Drinking Kool-Aid in a dollar store Kool-Aid at our grandma's house and shit. No, damn well we ain't drinking no good shit.
Oh my God.
Just chilling, having fun. And then when the potato salad and yams come, we digging in. You know what I'm saying? But that's usually like an hour or 2 later. So we say we starting at 3, but we eating at 5. It should be sick. It don't change.
That's not bad.
Never changes.
I feel like it's. I can't imagine having like. I mean, I get it to have like a Thanksgiving dinner at 2, because then I get hungry again, so then I can have leftovers again and eat again. But I'm like, sure. If it's not dark out, I feel like it's not the same feeling for me. Because then at that point it just feels like lunch. But I remember it worked out because I would be able to go to 2 Thanksgivings. I'd be able to go to my friends, and then I'd be able to make it in time for my own. So I would be a little primed before I go. So.
I had 2 sides of my family in one town. I always went to both. Shit was lit. All right. So I was talking to a friend of mine, and we was talking to shit, and I had her phone number, and I asked her, I was like, hey, do you have any social media accounts? She says no. You rarely find that, which is nothing wrong with it. And excuse me, that was nasty. Meta, your joints muted. But so I asked her if she had a social media. She said no. So I was like, went down there. Even though she said no, I still asked. Like, so you don't got IG? You don't got Facebook? What? You know what I'm saying? So she says no. I was like, how long have you not had social media? She said for 3 or 4 years. And then I thought about it. I was like, wow. Normally people, go through a phase. They'll say they ain't using it. It'll be like for like a month or so, and they back on talking about I'm back. Like we gave a fuck that they were gone. And so it made me think of this question, because I also asked her this. I was like, do you think life would be better or worse without social media? Which y'all take?
It's like a double-edged sword, in my opinion.
But if you have to pick one,
I would say it's worse with social media.
You're saying it's worse with?
I'd say it's like you said, it's a double-edged sword. But if I would pick, it's gonna be. I'd say worse, because when it comes to, I guess, mental issues and people, being depressed on seeing other people what they do, it kills them. It kills them. And then the good part about it is, people making money off of it. But then you got the other side. People that wish they're making money, and it gets them depressed, and they try to keep up with the people, and they can't.
I mean, I guess some people can take it as like, I'm not going to do anything. I see all these girls. I guess a perfect example is like young girls. I mean, sometimes they're inspired. I can only hope that it's like, okay, well, I see this person's fit. I'm not, feeling the best about myself. So I'll feel inspired to go do something about it. But then it can also be, I'm inspired to go and get all this like plastic work done. and like not look like myself anymore. So it kind of is. But I feel like, as terrible as this sounds, I feel like I've been able to get a lot of my news via social media and like learn a lot about kind of things that are going on around the world. I mean, I do fact check. That doesn't mean, oh, I read one thing and I'm calling it facts. I do my research, but it gives me the basis of something to look up on. But for the most part, I think I have to agree with many now that I'm thinking this out, because before social media, we all were fine. Like, I didn't have no problem. Fox News was just, or not Fox, Fox News, CNN, ABC, NBC, MSNBC, C-SPAN. It was playing in the background. So yeah, I feel like I can totally be without.
And another thing is, I feel like with our generation, our age group, like let's say between the ages of, I guess, maybe 25 and 35, we had a little bit of both. We had a period where we didn't have social media. And then maybe around high school time, we started having social media and it started becoming big. And maybe not till college, it really got big.
I feel like once the younger generation, like after us, had it, then it's like Instagram, like influencers became a thing. And then, I can't even keep up with like TikTok is a thing. And then, I like my little Twitter. I'm glad I like Twitter. I just sit there and I just read. I feel like a little old head. Every now and then I'll still pop in on Facebook and check in on my family. But I can do without it. It's wild though.
I mean, the problem is the time you're on it. That's the problem.
That's the biggest fucking issue, bro.
Yeah, if you limit your time, you're fine. But if you go on TikTok before you sleep,
that's just
I feel so personally attacked right now.
That's disgusting.
That's what it is. If you limit, like Twitter is good. Twitter, you could see a bunch of news on there. That's fine.
Yeah.
But then when you go on Instagram, you see people posting stuff on the story. Like,
I don't know what's more.
Great time.
I don't know what.
I'm bored of Instagram so quick. I think like at night I'm on, because I don't want to see your story. Honestly, I just want to see my close friends' stories. I don't even scroll through my feed anymore, like barely. I don't care much. So I'm maybe on Instagram an hour for the entire day. But then
that's a lot.
I guess, but I'm talking. It's not like I'm sitting
in my
for
head.
hours.
That
It's
ain't shit.
I'll go and I'll be on it and I'll like find things or whatever. But this also includes, because I have like my little food blog on like Instagram.
Right.
I spend time on there finding new content.
If you're on social media for 8 hours a day, you're making money. That's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother story. But if you're on IG 1 hour, Twitter 30 minutes, TikTok an hour, you're only up 16 hours a day. You're sleeping for 8. So you already wasted 25% of your day.
Well, I'll tell you this. I know for a fact what I end up doing. It used to be YouTube, because I love like cooking and like makeup, art, whatever. So I used to watch YouTube videos. So I felt like it was like something I can learn from. I'm like learning something, whatever. So then TikTok came out and I promised myself I would never fucking download it. I was like, I'm not going to do this. I'm too old for it. Then one of my best friends convinced me, was all like, look, she just kept sending me TikToks. And I'm like, I don't want to fucking see it. So finally I like caved and I did it. And it was stupid for the first like couple days. Then I was like, some of this shit on here is really funny. And a TikTok, the longest a TikTok can be is 60 seconds. And chances are you're watching a whole TikTok. I'm sitting there probably before I go to bed for like an hour and 2 hours just on TikTok. And it's so stupid. It's so bad.
20 years ago, people would be in bed for an hour and a half reading a book. But
oh yeah, I've been trying to get back in the swing of that.
That's what we think, Maddie. That's what we think.
I'll read for half an hour, and then after I read, I'll get on TikTok. So it's still bad. I still end up just wasting another. It's so bad.
For some reason, every time you kept on saying TikTok, all I could imagine you doing is I'm a savage.
I've never done any of those dances, if you would like to know. So
I was dead. So to answer my question, I would say it's better. The reason why I say it's better, us having social media is better. It makes you want to. It makes you unintentionally want to better yourself. The reason why I say that is because you see a lot of things that you want, you know what I'm saying? So, and would obviously like to have in your life, yeah, for the better or worse, but it makes you, you know, open up your eyes to things that you never could imagine that you could possibly have. Cause you'll see people that looks just like you and they have, and you're like, hold up, why can't I have it? You know what I'm saying? And then also it prevents people from settling. Like, I'm not going to get too personal, but I feel like if I didn't have social media, I would have been cut by. You know what I'm saying? I think I would have been cut by now because I wouldn't have seen all this other stuff. Nothing wrong.
I thought he was gonna say he would have been fat, but I guess
that too. I fell in love with having a mentality until I'm like 50, or you know, until I die. I always want to be healthy, just off of seeing Kevin Hart and Shannon Sharp, you know, lifting every day, you know, seeing them fit, you know what I'm saying? So like small things like that. And also seeing people talk about stocks or, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it does have its toxic moments as far as like it can have you depressed. It never had me depressed, but yes, people are getting depressed over social media, but for real, if you take it away, people are going to find some type of way to be depressed or have mental health issues with it or without it.
I mean, things always get skewed out of it.
Yeah, so
it's always going to happen. Forex trading.
The biggest L, I'll definitely say what Mehdi said as far as the time spent on it. If you just give me the news feed without the people I follow, I could be on that bitch for 2 hours. Whatever that feed thing, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh my God, yes, whatever the one past it, and it's just like things that are like relatable. Mine's nothing but food and makeup, and I love it. I'll just sit there and watch
in my life.
I'll watch cheese pulls and like breaking yolks. That's my entire thing.
I'll be wilding on that joint.
And that's how they reel you in too. So they know exactly what you like.
Yep.
They're gonna put it right in front of you, and then boom, you're gonna be.
That's why I don't go over to that like barely. I just can't because I know I'm gonna spend way too much time, and then I get so hungry because I see all this food.
Oh, so you just got straight food on your shit?
Yeah, that is straight food.
Hey, Mehdi, I got bitches. She got food.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I got a bunch of influencers on mine.
Oh, for real? That's good.
And with shows I watch, people I follow, I guess mutual people I follow.
Yeah, it's crazy how they can pick that up. Like, what was I thinking about? We'll talk about that on another episode. As far as like things that I be, for instance, I have brung up. I know this happened to everybody that's watching. I was supposed to watch like a special one on Netflix, but I was bringing up some type of boxing thing where you can box at home and it'll, it's like there'll be a computer connected to or synced to the punching bag, and they have like thousands of workouts.
Oh, that's cool.
It's like $1,000 or whatever. And I was thinking about getting it, but I don't know when or, you know, how I'm going to get it in this apartment or whatever. And I said it probably maybe 2 times on the phone, maybe. If that. Next time I get on IG, that joint already there, like the commercial for it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's
like
so crazy to me.
Social media is out of hand.
They definitely know how to target people. That's for sure.
Yeah.
The only thing that sucks is sometimes the false facts that are. I feel like especially around this time because of elections and stuff. I feel like a lot of false information is being spread around, and that's the only thing. For me personally, that I hate about social media, because I will see someone share something that I think is kind of sketch sounding. So I'll look it up myself, and then I have to go and fact check that person. And now I look like an asshole. And I know they know who they are, but I got to do it. And I do it quite often.
Fact check me. I know who I am. You know,
I'm so problematic about stuff like that, but I just hate stuff like that.
Sometimes I just like to, you know, spark up a conversation or an argument.
We know.
You know, what people want to say, you know. I mean, that's why we're here.
Sure. I mean, it's good. And it can be very mentally stimulating about, you know, learning. And that's the other good thing is it connects you with other people, you know, across the globe or across the country where you wouldn't, because let's just say you stay in this city. In this city, you're only surrounded by these, you know, people that have the same views and outlooks as you. You can connect with someone somewhere else who has a completely different outlook, and you can learn from them and understand what they're thinking, how they're thinking. So it's like I said, it's always going to have a double-edged sword, but that's literally everything in this world. Humans manipulate and take advantage of things that are good, and then it somehow turns bad. So that's just life in general.
Yeah, and it definitely can be insightful. Can't really go too in depth with it, but I think it was might have been around the George Floyd situation, and I talked about it with Mehdi and a couple other friends, and he was saying in Palestine there's a lot going on, and he sent me a video that kept me informed with what's going on in there. You know what I'm saying? Just off of that, like a quick little 2-minute joint. Like, say if we didn't have social media and we're in quarantine, how the hell would Mehdi relay that message to me? You know what I'm saying? Just small things like that. It makes everything so instant. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we would have Google, but like, what would you rather? What, as far as like your average person, what do you think they would lean more towards? A video that's 3 minutes as a summary, or
reading an article or something?
5-paragraph article. You know what I'm saying? So it just makes everything so instant.
Yeah, I mean, obviously times have changed. I mean, 30 years ago, people are going to want to read something.
Oh, yeah. Well, they didn't even know that even putting up like a summarized video clip on Twitter that'll reach 300,000 people was the thing.
Yeah. That term
viral. Like you said, Dom, I mean, there's thousands of advantages of social media.
Yeah.
That people can take advantage of. It's just, I mean, what you make of it and
exactly
depends on the person. For sure.
Yeah.
Question: do y'all think, if y'all had to give me, because I know it's the inevitable that social media will be at some point of our lifetime, I think it will be frowned upon of people using it. For one, do y'all think that'll ever happen? And if so, give me a time stamp.
I feel like it's already starting to get frowned upon.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's ever going to, I hope at some point it does become obsolete, but I'm assuming there's just going to be something that's like 50 times more invasive than what it is.
I know,
just like we started with the MySpace, and then that died out because there's Facebook, and then Facebook died out because there's Instagram, and then Instagram is dying out because of TikTok, and it's going to go so on and so forth. But it is already frowned upon because of like, I feel like, aren't there like age restrictions? You have to be like a certain age, but obviously kids who are younger use it, and it's frowned upon the younger users who take advantage of it and then are then negatively impacted.
Yeah, I mean, we won't know the long-term effects on these young people being on social media this early, because there's people, the generation after us, they're on social media at the age of 9, 8, 10.
So crazy.
11. We didn't get
it's
on
dangerous
until 14, 15, 16. So
yeah. And that wasn't even really all that dope. For real. Like, if we got like 50 likes, 30 likes on social media, that was lit. You know,
it wasn't even that. It was whether or not you were on somebody's top 4 or top 8 on MySpace.
Preach.
But see, the thing also with
people would be butthurt.
The thing back then also was like you had to like get up and go to your desktop, and chances are like my time was monitored when I was younger, so it's all like, even though I had a computer in my room, like I could only be on my computer for like X amount of time. So it's like, okay, well, you can be on the computer for like 2 hours to do whatever you want. Like my thing was limited. I can't take my desktop with me into my bed at the age of like 13, 14 to go and surf and be on social media. Now you can literally take it with you when you go to bed, when you wake up, as you're sleeping, like in the car.
It's insane.
Crazy.
It's gotten to a point where I'm so addicted to my phone. There's probably not one silent moment. If you take away work, there's not one silent moment that I have to myself.
Get a pet.
Like,
get a pet.
I'm walking to my car, listening to a podcast. In the car to work, listen to a podcast. On the way back, listen to a podcast. Cooking, listen to a podcast. Fucking surfing the web, looking for jobs, listen to a podcast. Fucking in the shower, listen to a podcast.
That's not bad though. Podcasts, I feel like for the most part are informative. That's not bad.
But I'm just saying, like, it's just so crazy. We were just talking about how the phone's always with you. Like, it's kind of bad though. Like, when was the last time you think you had a moment to yourself and you were just sitting down and fucking quiet, not watching TV?
I think it was earlier today. I was laying with my dog. Like, I'm telling you, because I have a significant other and because I have a dog, I feel like there's so many times I lose my phone in the house because I just leave it there and I walk away. And then after like 30, 40 minutes, I'm like, oh, I probably should check my phone because my Fitbit is going off. And then I'm just all like, I don't need it because I'm busy. I'd rather have an active conversation with my boyfriend or be like cuddling with my dog or like playing with my dog. Sure. And I feel like I need, especially during quarantine, I need that like physical like interaction. Like I need to hold my dog or like see the person I'm talking to or, you know, have that type of thing. So
I do too, Rhea.
That's what I'm saying. Go ahead. Don was trying to figure out this guy. I hate you. This guy was trying to figure out if he wanted to get a bunny or a cat.
Bruh, went to the Petco, went early, like 10:30, 11 o'clock. It was 2 cats, no bunnies in that joint, and all fishes. I said, yo, let me get out of here, bro. I thought about it.
Get yourself a pet, and I promise you'll find a lot of time. It's really relaxing. Like I made sure as soon as I get into bed, 10 minutes, like meaningful conversations, and then after that, reading my book. Like I bought a bunch of books that I'm like hella interested in. So like I started that a couple weeks ago, and it's been amazing. My mood, as crazy as it sounds, my mood has been like substantially like way better.
Give me one book you're reading.
Let me go ahead and show you guys. I actually have a bunch. And I would totally recommend
Betty, after this,
I hate you.
Stocks.
So one of them is The Color of Law in RBG's biography. So try reading, Dom. Yeah. Get yourself a book.
Yeah, no. I got myself a little like a daily 10 task thingy. I made it a couple of weeks ago. I'm probably doing half of that shit. I need to get back on it. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm lifting a lot. I'm definitely getting in shape.
Good, that's good.
It's coming soon. Medi, hit it.
Hey, 2020. It's been a crazy 2020, that's for sure. But let's put COVID aside. Let's talk about the market. It's been a crazy 2020 with the market, ups and downs. Just wondering here if you've taken advantage when it goes up or took a big hit when it goes down.
So I was like every fucking person. I mean, aside from all my other stocks, I took like one of the fattest hits ever on Tesla. I had it when it was up, then it went ahead and did the 5-1 or like 4-1 or whatever it was. And then I had it at market opening price when it happened. So it was like at 450. I kept it there. I bought it. I had it at that price. And I've just like lost. I've lost like, I think I have 2 stocks. I've lost in total like $60 or something, which isn't a lot, but collectively, I feel like it's a lot when I put in that much money. So I've done that. I have another really great stock from China, and their electric vehicle company. And I've made quite a bit. I've also been learning about options. My boyfriend's been teaching me. So I bought like 2 options or something like that. Apple's been doing great. So, I mean, I'm there. I could be doing better.
Are you talking about NIO? Are you talking about NIO?
Yes.
I was talking to Dom about it before we got on, and
yeah. What happened, man?
Bro, I bought it like 24, 25.
So I had traded it at around $3.50 in the beginning of, I don't know, March.
No way. Are you serious?
Yeah, I had it. I sold it, then rebought it back at $10.
Uh-huh.
And then just maybe like 2 weeks ago, I held it through, and then the market was crashing. So I was like, let me just freaking sell everything.
No! It's up so high right
now. You telling me? I got it on my phone every day. I got the alert.
It's up like 10% today.
I've made a lot of money off of it, but obviously I could have made more. And the thing with stocks, man, it's the fear of the unknown. You don't know where it's going.
It's so terrifying. It's so risky.
Sometimes you want to get the profit. Sometimes you want to buy more, get more, or when it dips down, you want to buy more.
Yeah, or you want to sell it because you're scared if it's going to go back up, and it's so bad. It's so crazy.
This market, it's been so volatile. So
I know. Tesla was one of them, and I regret my life. I've been waiting because Tesla went back up. What was it after? It was like on Saturday or something, or Monday. Sorry, on Monday it went up, and Tesla went back up to like 450 something, and I was like, oh, the market's gonna stay up. I broke even with my Tesla stocks. This is awesome, and then it fucking like hours later just went straight back down. And I was like, I should have sold it when I had it. It's never gonna go back up to 450.
And look, we're always gonna say I should have done this.
I know, always.
The market, that always happens, and if you, it still happens to me. If you stick to what had happened, you will screw yourself over.
Oh yeah.
Say that one more time for the people in the back.
If you think about the past and worry about it, it'll affect you in the future.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
I mean, it was always going to be like that. What was it? I bought like a $42 call option for NEO, and I was literally watching it. I shouldn't have done it. I was watching it, and it was plummet. It went up to 43, then it went back down. I sold it. If I would have kept it up until today, it was a $42 call. It's now at, last time I checked, it was at like 48. I would have made $400 or $600 or something. And it's like if I keep reflecting back on that, I'm still like
bag with that.
Huh?
I say you still couldn't get the Dior bag with that. Damn. That's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. It was crazy.
It's better if you talk percentages rather than dollars.
Yeah.
Oh really?
I would avoid talking dollars and just
so you know how like they say like to beginners like myself, they say, you know, look for a company that you would be interested in or possibly would look at it as in something that you would like to own, or, you know, just look for things that you're interested in. So Rhea, you being a female, you loving Beyonce, you know?
Oh, the Peloton stock?
Yeah, I know you've seen the Peloton, you know what I'm saying? Did you think about, you know, investing in it?
So no, it's funny you mentioned that. So, my boyfriend had actually bought Peloton stocks way before this whole Beyonce collaboration was announced. And, just because if you think of, you have to think, kind of outside the box in a sense of like, it's COVID. So what type of stocks will be going out? Peloton's been going up because a lot of people are working, you know, out at home, and they're trying to work at home fitness. Another one was like DocuSign. Another one that my boyfriend was telling me about, that a lot of people are now doing a lot of virtual, you know, signing documents and like these type of things. If you're trying to invest in something also like online learning type of situations, that's always good. But he went ahead and he had bought Peloton a while ago, and it was doing great. And I think it was right before the Beyonce collab. Peloton had completely crashed. It went down a lot. And then he heard about the Beyonce collab, and he was like, well, I'm excited to see it, you know, get back out the trenches of what it once was.
Did he buy again?
Oh, he never sold one, which was good for him, which is great. So he never sold it. I don't think so. And so for me, that I wouldn't buy off of something like that. Because if you hear, oh, it's a collab, everyone's going to go buy. Just like the same thing that happened with Pfizer. I was going to go and buy a Pfizer stock when I heard that, like Pfizer's up by like 7% or something like that today, because they found out about like the whole COVID situation. It went up, and then like the next day, I think it went back down like 2%. I don't know. So personally for me, I don't go based off of stuff like that. I feel like you always have to be ahead of it, because if you do it when it's happening, that's when the prices are going to go up. But that's just my I'm still a newbie. I mean, I just started getting in like really deep into stocks recently. I feel like Medi probably would have more wisdom and
I was gonna let you get your shit off, and then I was gonna let Medi tell me about Peloton, because shout out to Jalen. He mentioned it in our group chat. Sometimes we talk, I watch them talk about stocks. I really don't know too much about it. I'm in the stock game, you know what I'm saying? Got a couple of and that, but it ain't about me. My friend Jalen was like, I'm thinking about getting Peloton, and Medi was like, hell no. So I guess, could you give the people, I guess, some game about why you thought you wouldn't get it, or you think it's too late?
I mean, look, it's never too late to get a stock. If it's a growth stock, it's gonna keep going up.
It's an investment.
Peloton, it was definitely a big beneficiary for COVID. Everyone, like you said, Rhea, staying at home. It was, I want to say it was like $21, $22 when COVID first happened, and okay, it goes up $30 and $40, $50, $60. It already went up 3 times, and with what you asked, it's never too late.
Yeah.
So it already went up 3 times, and then it went up all the way to 130. So just like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, and then the Pfizer announcement came in with the vaccine and went down 30%. So it went down to under $100. So I mean, yeah, people might be like, "Oh, it's good time to buy now." It went down 30%. Buy. I personally don't think it's gonna last, just because of, we're gonna get back to our normal life.
Yeah.
Like, people are gonna get sick of this bike. This bike, I own a Nordic bike. It's a competitor to Peloton. Bought it for my dad's birthday.
Yep. These are stationary bikes, right?
Yeah, it's a stationary bike.
First thing that came up, Nordic. Got it.
Right, yeah, Nordic. So honestly, personally, it is, you get bored, you use it a couple times, and that's it.
Yeah.
Unless you're a biker, then you're not gonna like it.
Yeah.
It's and then you got to pay membership fees. There's
Yeah.
membership fees that you got to pay. It
If
comes
it
out
has
to
to.
maybe $450 a year, on top of it being $3,000 for the bike.
Do you need shoes for the Nordic? Because the thing about the Peloton that kills me is if you don't have the biking shoes, the cycling shoes, then you have to get the straps for it so you can wear normal shoes. So
You need the shoes. I got my dad wearing Crocs riding the bike.
Smooth as shit on the bike.
Yeah, and
out of here, Betty. Thank you though.
No, look, having a stationary bike, having workouts on the bike is nice. Being at home, you could watch TV, but how much could you do with that bike? If you're it's for certain people. It's not going to be for everyone. But once we get to a normal life, people are going to stop buying memberships.
For sure.
I also feel like at a point, it's like, for me, things that like relate to COVID. So like, I'm never going to be able to look at a Zoom meeting again without thinking, let's just say this is like 2 years down the line. I'm going to think of Zoom of like the pandemic. If I see like a Peloton now and like at home, like exercises and stuff like that. No, I'm just being serious. I'm going to think of like, oh my God, like I see my Peloton that I bought during COVID, like 3 years ago. And now I'm like hanging my fucking laundry on it because now I can go out and bike. Like that's how my brain works. Sure. And I feel like, you gotta shift with, how everything else is moving when it comes down to
it's the whole social aspect too. People don't want to stay home and ride a bike. People want to go to the gym and see people. That's even with work, people don't want to stay working from home the rest of their life. They want to go to work, even if it's just a day or 2 days a week. People are not going to want to stay home. I mean, Zoom is not going anywhere. Zoom will still be fine.
For sure.
There's obviously less travel going on, but Zoom will always be there. And I don't think it'll falter after all this is over.
Okay.
So, Mehdi, can you give us some like walk away advice? Like, if you could give one advice to like someone who's watching that isn't really into stocks. If you could take one advice with someone who's like a newbie in stocks, what would you tell them? Or something small, just like a takeaway.
I would come up with a plan of some sort and a strategy and stick to it. If you're winging it, it is not going to work out for you.
All right. I got 2 questions. For one, if there's a beginner, what trading app would you suggest them to go to? And then 2, where should they do their research? And then 3, we'll end it here. So answer those 2. Where should they do their research and which app should they use? And I got the last question.
All right, let's start with the app. So before this year, every app would charge commission fees. It would charge maybe $5 a trade. And with options, you're getting charged every option you do, every contract. Now, none of these apps and banking companies that have trading charge you commission fees. So there's no point in using Robinhood or any of those like low grade trading apps. I would.
I got Robinhood and TD.
I was gonna say I use Robinhood as a beginner. Like that's what I use. So
yeah,
there's
there's
nothing wrong with
better
it.
platforms. It's a better. It won't crash as often as Robinhood crashes.
Oh,
Robinhood crashes all the time.
It takes a while. Yeah,
that's bad.
you'll put in an order and it'll take a while, and you won't get it at the price. Sometimes that's happened.
Exactly. So there's TD Ameritrade, aka Thinkorswim. It's the trading platform is called Thinkorswim. It's good for day trading. If you want to day trade, TD Ameritrade, Thinkorswim is your go-to. If you want long term, I would go with Charles Schwab. Charles Schwab is probably the one that you want for long term. It's got a good and all these platforms have research in them, so you could do your research on these platforms.
Two birds.
But when it comes to research, I mean, it's pretty much you gotta, I guess, look at the numbers. If you could read charts, learn how to read charts. Reading charts is probably the number one tool for you.
Mhm.
If you understand a chart, the 20-day, 50-day, 100-day averages, then it'll give you a good idea of when you should buy or sell.
Okay. All right. Last thing. I usually ask this question when I'm doing interviews, but we're gonna ask you, motherfucker. How do you want to be remembered?
Ooh. That's a tough question, man. You're putting him on the spot.
Yes, sir.
Woo.
It can be whatever you want.
How do I want to be remembered? I mean, obviously, I want to be remembered that I changed the world, but I'll get to that point. I'm not there yet. But at this point right now, man, I want to be remembered as someone who attempted or at least tried to be nice to everyone and try to give back as much as possible. I mean, I'm learning right now, especially being in Jordan.
Yep.
I'm learning more because people are not as, I guess, what's the word? I don't want to say privileged, or that's not the right word I'm looking for.
I would probably say rounded as, but mentally round. Well, you go. My fault. I'll shut up.
Mentally rounded, but I'm thinking more like people don't have what everyone else has. So
it's not privileged, but I would use the word blessed. Like they're not as blessed.
Okay, so people are not as blessed as people are. People that we're around and whatnot. So I mean, always try to give back, and it doesn't have to be changing the world, but if you're changing someone's life, then that's probably the most important.
Gotcha.
Leave a comment if Medi's ever changed your life.
And a like. Don't forget that. All right. I think we're good.
Well, actually,
that was. What you
go ahead. I was going to say, Medi, did you want to mention any stocks that you think he's everyone's financial advisor and stockbroker.
Yeah.
Is there any stocks? Is there any stocks that you would recommend people to invest in, or anything you're watching out for, or anything you have your eye on?
I love Roku. Roku is probably my favorite stock. It's ROKU. NEO, obviously. And then this new one that just IPO'd maybe a couple weeks ago or a month ago, Palantir. It's a PLTR.
PLTR?
Yeah, it's a technology company.
Okay.
It's got some growth, but I mean, obviously, since it's a new stock, it's got some
potential.
Some potential and proving to do. I guess they want to.
Looking at their chart right now.
I bet. Hey, if you didn't pull out your phone while he spit these gems, like you sleep. You know what I'm saying? Wake up.
Well, thank you, Medi. We know it's super, super late over on your side of the world. They're across the pond.
I'll go get my second day's sleep.
Thank you so much for reconnecting with us. We miss you.
I definitely want to say thanks for stepping in and stepping up. You know what I'm saying? You came in here and ain't miss a beat. You know what I'm saying? The people might want you back ASAP. You know what I'm saying? It was a really good podcast. Everything went smooth. We probably didn't give you what you wanted as far as the back and forth, rah, but you know what I'm saying? We still work in progress, right? We still working in progress.
I'm ready for the rah.
I know.
I was waiting for something super controversial to come up, and Medi just we all know he loves playing devil's advocate.
Hey, don't let him fool you acting like he cool over there. That motherfucker would get mad over an argument. He liked to argue.
anytime there's a controversial topic, throw me on there. I'll try to be
sure.
advocate.
For sure.
Oh, I have a bunch. That's for sure.
Well,
I appreciate it again.
All right. Well, oh yeah. Also, don't forget to subscribe and like. We're on all platforms. And thank you for watching. Talk to me. Talk to me nice.
He said talk